Hi, Scorpio. How interesting the beginning of this month begins for you. How it plays out, I think, is even more wild. So today is the day of the eclipse. Happy Eclipse Day. This will be out this evening, and or even this afternoon, perhaps, for those of you who are going to watch it. But for those of you on YouTube, this will be out weeks after. So if you're on YouTube right now watching this, you might want to subscribe to my Patreon. Right now it just has a tier for every sign for this part. You get it earlier. That's just what it is for now, and then, evolve as we go. This Three of Wands, this Tower, this Three of Wands, this Page of Swords is like, you know how it's gonna be. You know your energy, it's coming in. Even you were feeling it, and even you, yeah, you like it, you invite it, but you know the buildup. You know what the buildup's like. It's real. And when you get there, you love it. Like, my Scorpio placements are loving this weirdness that's happening, loving the chaos. But I can't say the same about every part. So what you're seeing is this madness start to take place. The Tower moment isn't just for you. It's you standing watching everything kind of start to implode or ablaze. You're seeing everything being set on fire. And even though you enjoy certain aspects of it, it's not really, you like your comforts too. But you also notice that this can give you an opening to a whole new direction. You see potential in this. You do see that, and it can be very doom and gloom at first, but you also see the potential in this. You see and feel it. You feel, and if you haven't felt it yet, throughout the course of the month, just follow the moon as it gets more full. Follow the moon as it gets more full. You embrace this change, especially as Venus and Mercury move into Sagittarius by the 16th and the 17th. Your mind takes what you have been put through this month and open to, and once again, another change for your better, but it also makes you see what has happened. So it's like we have the present, the past, and the future laid out for you. And you know how it's going to feel. You know how you've been through this before in a different way. But now this is like that gateway. You have these portals, you have these openings for who you're becoming, how you've gained sense, how you can continue to draw upon what is and what no longer is. Because what you might have come to find out, some of you, it's the placements in Sagittarius bringing this your way. It could even be a potential Sagittarius who, delivers it right to you, where basically something is said in a way that it's meant to be said, but not meant for your ears. And you hear it and you finally realize, holy shit, like, what they're celebrating is not what I'm celebrating. What they're happy about is not the same thing I'm happy about. And why am I not happy about this? Why am I not enjoying this moment? Well, part of that comes from the fact that you know that this is just a moment leading up to something else. That you already know that in your head, so part of you is already let down. But the best thing to do, what they can show you, is that it's okay to celebrate the wins. My partner, who is also my boyfriend, who's also a Scorpio, said to me, we went for a hike this morning, and he said, you're going to come up all the way up here because there's a part of the hike where you can cut through into the trail more, or you can take like the scenic route. Essentially, it's just like being in the car. So why not take the scenic route, since you work so hard to get here? And that's what I'm going to say to you, is remind you from your own words that you, here you are, have the power to see how far you've come and how much it's moving, like how much that is being pulled towards you. That you can't be trapped up in why others feel the way that they feel. It's more about how you can feel the way you want to feel more, and how that's going to get you the money that you want, change your life the way that you want. You might have to hear it from someone like you, or your own words back to you, or it's just going to show you. But it's you coming back to yourself in a way, and I keep saying it, but it's another layer. Another layer of you is being revealed this month, and it's by the first eclipse, it's going to be very apparent. This is how you make more money. You're missing this. It's about how you feel. Use your feeling to attract. That's the realest thing ever. Make what's in your head so real. Not the bad things, not the negative things, even though there's a lot going around. But that faith, that depth that you have in knowing that things can change. See that transformation happen through your mind and feel through it. That's real. It's very real. And it gives you a chance to know that you are, and you might even start speaking about certain things. You might be given an opportunity to speak up for your needs, you know, for other people even. You know, it's like campaigning yourself almost. You may even attract money in a way that you weren't trying to make money, and you start making money in this way just because you're talking about it and people want to listen to you and hear what you have to say. So whenever that happens, you know, of course, be careful of your ego, but don't stop. Don't stop speaking about it. Speak about how whatever you went through was very foggy for a while. You didn't get it. And then you finally got here. You finally saw the light. You finally allowed certain things to be let go of. It wasn't without you needing to address some things, you needing to have hard conversations, you not having resistance to your own life, but you got there. And it was possible that this hermit archetype, this hermit nature, is that things can be shitty and you can dwell in that for sure, but there's a part of you that knows deep down, as corny as it can sound, or as, you know, whatever you want to call it may be, there's a sense of faith that you have. You may have lost it in other people. You may have. And they may not want to see what you're seeing. They may want to keep complaining. Well, guess what? You don't have to be that way. You don't have to commiserate because people think that's the way you are. That's always how you've been. If you don't want to commiserate this month, don't. If you just want to be in your own world and draw what you want to, do that. Because people aren't going to want to hear what you have to say. They might need to hear you, but they don't want to. And you're just giving it over. Again, this is just coming back to, like, focus on you, what fills you up, what makes you happy. And draw these clear boundaries where it's like, you see the coffee clearly, it's through the glass. Yeah, I see the murky water. Yeah, I see what's going on here, but I'm doing what I need to do. Things can still be okay. This is when we need more gratitude. This is when we need more grounding. This is when you learn that physical things just come and go. This unattachment, this unattainable place. But then we go to the depth with our relationships, with ourself, with our life, and it's cleansed, and the control is let go of. And, you know, you don't want to do anything too extreme. However, we're coming into those months of extremities, Scorpio, Sagittarius season, and Jupiter goes into Pisces on the 28th, a few days after the eclipse, and you'll start to feel this more upward, like exuberant energy wanting to portray itself. You have a lot to say, and Mars goes into retrograde on the 30th. You just have to be careful. You know, you could accidentally start like a fight, a war, or a revolution, depending on how it goes. So by the 8th of November, when we get to that next eclipse in Taurus, when you have said what you need to say, and only what you need to say to who needs to hear it, you begin to draw and use that magnet towards you. For some of you, things will shift drastically on the day of the eclipse. Your whole outlook on life, your worldview, where you see yourself. So new job, new location. For some of you, that doesn't happen until the Taurus eclipse. And the Taurus eclipse, for some of you, you might have a partner who's a Taurus or has a Taurus placement. My first house is in Taurus, 7th house is in Scorpio. My partner is a Scorpio. So his life is both of our lives are going to change in the way in which we show up in their life. In your chart, which is very interesting and very accurate and wild, which is why I love astrology. But aside from that, and for those of you who are watching for them, their money life is going to change too. You know, it might fall a moment, but just where your faith is lying is where your money lies too. So it's all coming together in a way for you to notice, so you can become more grateful yet detached to, this is the Saturn in Aquarius, where your money's coming from. You're going to find your passion. It's going to come to you regardless. You're just going to talk about it. It's going to happen. You're going to start making money. But then there's other ways which you learn that the abundance that you want, that this overflowing that you want, is something you also need to put some thought into. So this month you can go drama or you can go to the direction of really looking at your finances and getting really secure where you need to, noting where you need to let go, where you don't, because you can never really be sure if you're secure. So you can only do what you need to do. So you might become obsessed as well. And it's a word, I don't want to put it on you, but if you become overly obsessed with certain things, you might lose focus in other ways. But it's important to treat the people that you love dearly with the love and not the fire that's raging out of you, unless they need to hear it, of course. However, again, patience is also required this month. The messenger, don't hate the messenger when we switch to Sagittarius, because you'll have to realize what you saw and get going. They're going to be like, come on, come on, let's go. All right. You know what I mean. And I will see you. And once you get going, you don't want to stop. So just remember that. And I'll see you next month. Happy birthday.